yourself. Whether you nail it or fail it, you can have a blast like never before. Have a blast with Boomco. Each blaster comes with darts and a smart stick target. Blasters, bandolier, I hear, extra darts, extra smart stick target.
I'm a very dangerous individual. Catch him quickly. That's the job. Endeavour returns. Get to it. Sunday at 8 on ITV.
ITV, where the entertainers live. Sports Life Stories looks at the life and career of footballer Didier Drogba in 35 minutes here on ITV, after the news at 10.
A drop in inflation fuels the political row over the cost of living. With private sector pay on the up, broad smiles from the Chancellor, but it brought a warning from Labour.
Most people in this country are saying, well, hang on, my wages aren't keeping up with taxes. I'm worried about rising mortgage rates in the future.
Also tonight, anger on the streets of Beijing as China demands answers over the
Okay, I'll be off soon.
Another chunk of Lloyd's is to be sold off as the bailed-out bank slowly returns to private hands.
Getting books behind bars, the authors taking on the government over prison rules.
And more mystery noise as the neighbours just got noisier.
This is ITV News at 10 with Julie Etchingham and Mark Austin.
The political battle over the economy was given fresh impetus today by the latest inflation figures. They've fallen to a 4-year low and, for the first time since 2008, have been matched by growth in private sector wages. A delighted Chancellor George Osborne hailed the news a vindication of his economic strategy, but Labour hit back, saying that for many the cost of living is still a crisis. Our political editor Tom Bradley looks at how the figures add up in an increasingly bitter debate.
You'd think with the amount of times we see George Osborne and David Cameron in hard hats these days that they were auditioning for a new Bob the Builder movie. But the plain truth is, of course, they can't contain their delight at the scale of this economic recovery. See if you can spot the common theme here.
Well, it's very welcome news that inflation has fallen again. This is further evidence that the government's long-term economic plan is working.
Well, what we're seeing is a long-term economic plan that is working. We're seeing unemployment falling, we're seeing more people getting into work.
We can joke about it, but the truth is we've never seen so much of George Osborne. Today we saw him inspecting the new £1 coins at the Royal Mint and laughing, driving a train and laughing.
The new £1 coins are really weird.
Laughing.
I think we're going to go as fast as that.
He is eminently a happy man, and who can blame him? Growth is up dramatically, inflation down more than one might have predicted. That doesn't mean what Labour calls the cost of living crisis is over, but things are certainly improving. Since the coalition came to power, inflation has mostly risen faster than wages, but now the gap has significantly narrowed. In fact, if you look at private sector workers, who comprise 2/3 of the labour force, the two are level pegging.
Despite inflation above 5%, coming down to less than 2 is good news. But I'm afraid when George Osborne and David Cameron say to people, our plan is working, most people in this country are saying, well, hang on, my wages aren't keeping up with prices. I'm worried about rising mortgage rates in the future.
For those like Laura Kenwood, who is trying to plan her wedding and her future, it doesn't look much rosier yet.
Obviously the rent's the main part, and then the normal bills, so the council tax and your electricity and your water bills, which seems to be as on the increase. It's a cycle and it's a constant, and it's just going up and up and up.
For those right at the bottom of the economic ladder, like Peter Brown, who's been unemployed for 5 years, the challenges remain still greater. Parliament is due to vote on a welfare cap tomorrow, which may mean further cuts for people like him.
It's a lot close just before Christmas when we had less than 50 pence a week to go on there, and that was when the gas was just about to run out and there was only just enough food for the one day.
But the hard hats are about a broader